welcome back to Living with Lina. Today we are going to be making Instant Pot yogurt. So I'm going to start off this video now. I will show you guys the finished result tomorrow, but I have found this recipe to work. I've made it twice so far, and I'm going to share with you guys the ingredients that I'm using, where I got the recipe from, which you guys could find in the description box down below. Where is this milk? Milk. Where did Babe put it? Oh, there it is. So it's a specific kind of milk you gotta use, or one that works, I guess. And we're gonna be using this one. It's Fairlife Ultra Filtered Whole Milk. Okay, and that's what we are using. That is what works, and that's what we're gonna do. So there's that, and then we need some Greek yogurt. Plain Greek yogurt. We're only going to use 2 tablespoons out of 1 container. Tried to get 1 container, but Babe got a 4-pack because that's all they had. So that's what we're going to use. And one of those containers usually makes 2 yogurts for me. So Babe's going to be eating plain yogurt. I don't know. We have to see what to do with the rest of that, but I only need 2 tablespoons out of one of those. So we're going to use that. And then the last thing that we're gonna do is use condensed milk, and that is going to be my sweetener. So the one that I have found that works for me is the sweetened condensed milk from Target. It is the Good and Gather brand, and it works perfectly. You use the whole can of that. It's a 14-ounce can. All right, so let's get started. I'm gonna show you guys what I do. Not my recipe. The recipe is gonna be linked down below if you guys wanna print it or whatever. But I'm just sharing it because it works. All right, first thing I'm gonna do, I need 1 cup of milk here. So again, make sure you get this kind of milk. Fairlife Whole Ultra Filtered Milk. So I'm adding in 1 cup into my measuring cup right here. And this I'm just gonna dump straight into the Instant Pot. We're gonna mix that with the condensed milk in a little bit. But for now, 1 cup right here is going straight into here. Just my regular Instant Pot. There's nothing else in there yet. All right, next up, I'm gonna add in 1/2 cup of milk into my my measuring cup here. So now 1/2 cup, and we are gonna use the whole entire container, but we will get there. So 1/2 cup, and I'm gonna take 2 tablespoons of this Chobani Greek yogurt, non-fat, and it's a plain yogurt. Just 2 tablespoons to use as my starter. Yes, I could use like other kind of, like I could have used my other leftover yogurt from when I made yogurt, but I always forget, so I just keep getting this instead. All right, I mix it up first because I don't like that liquidy stuff. All right, so 2 tablespoons, that's approximately 1. And I'll make the other one a little bit bigger because I had some left over on the spoon. But approximately 2 tablespoons of yogurt. And I'm just gonna mix that in there with my measuring spoon to not waste any yogurt. Make sure it's off of all. Alright guys, that's looking pretty good. Next I'm going to open up my condensed milk. So I'm just going to leave this aside. This is my milk and my 2 tablespoons of yogurt. Just put that aside for the time being. Alright, we're going to take this can. We're going to open that up. And that whole thing, we're going to pour in to my Instant Pot with that 1 cup. I'm gonna need a spoon for this, aren't I? With that 1 cup of milk that I put in there before. The Instant Pot is not on or anything, but right now it's just the whole can of condensed milk. You could use less if you don't want to use the whole thing. I think it's just like the perfect amount of sweetness. It's so good. Love this recipe, it's so good. All right, so I'm gonna grab a spatula and just kind of help this out a little. I'm not too worried about using every last bit. I'm gonna get out as much as possible, but I don't need like every single little drop. All right, next thing I'm gonna grab my whisk and I'm gonna whisk this up inside my Instant Pot because you want the condensed milk and the milk to be like one. You want them well combined. So you're just gonna keep whisking so you don't feel any more like stickiness, and it's all combined and it's great. All right, once that is all combined in there, the next thing you're gonna do is add in your milk starter with the yogurt. That's just the 1/2 cup milk with my yogurt. And then you're also gonna add in the rest of the milk. So let me just mix that real quick. And then you wanna add in the whole rest of this container. So I'm just gonna throw it in there. And yes, this makes a lot of yogurt, but it's also much cheaper than buying your own yogurt. It comes out nice, thick, and creamy. You could also strain it for extra creaminess, like Greek yogurt, but this is perfect. All right, so I'm just gonna mix that in. Whoops, just splashed everywhere. All right, and that's it. I'm gonna close this up. All right, don't worry about sealing or venting. It's not actually gonna come to pressure, so it really does not matter. Out of habit, I just put it on sealing. But then you put the yogurt feature on, make sure it's on normal, and I like to do 9 hours. And then it's just gonna do its thing for 9 hours. Once the 9 hours is up, I'm not gonna touch it. I'm just gonna take the liner out of the Instant Pot, put foil over it, and just put it in the fridge overnight for at least 8 hours, which is gonna be more than that by the time I'm up in the morning, but that's all you gotta do. And it works every time, and it's the most delicious yogurt I've ever had. And I'm sure if you guys try it, most delicious yogurt you'll ever have. Are you guys ready to see my yogurt? Oh my gosh, it's so hard to take out with one hand, but we got this. Oh my gosh, it looks scrumptious. And here we go, look how thick that is, guys. I mean, I'm gonna mix it, but so good. So if you guys are gonna make one thing in your Instant Pot, or if you're gonna get an Instant Pot, make sure it has a yogurt function like this, because otherwise you can't make yogurt. Make sure it has a yogurt function, and then try this out because, oh, amazing.